Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more real-life stories about courage, respect, and standing firm. The office party looked exactly like every other one: polished grins, loud laughter, clinking glasses, and the faint blend of expensive perfume with catered appetizers. I only attended because my wife, Hannah, insisted. She said it would appear more appropriate if I accompanied her. At first, everything was fine. I made small talk with a few co-workers, offered polite smiles, and kept to myself. But then I saw him, the one man who should have never crossed a line, and a cold wave hit me. Mark, a senior executive Hannah frequently described as kind and supportive, stood far too close to her, leaning in with a familiarity that instantly set me on edge. He wasn't simply standing nearby. He touched her arm, let his fingers rest there longer than necessary, and laughed as if the gesture were harmless. He never once looked my way. Hannah's posture stiffened, though she didn't move back, and that sent a piercing shock straight through me. Something inside me snapped. I felt the tension ripple across the room. No one knew what was coming, but my breathing calmed, slowed, and my hands tightened just barely. I didn't yell or rush forward. I moved intentionally, every step controlled. Mark's confident grin faded the moment he noticed me approaching, his first realization that I wasn't just blending into the crowd. When I reached him, my voice came out low, steady, colder than winter. "Step away from her." The entire room went still. Raised glasses halted midair. Conversations died instantly. Every pair of eyes snapped toward us. Mark gave a mocking smirk, pretending he could shrug the moment off. "Relax. It's just a touch," he said loudly, making sure others heard it. I didn't react. I didn't threaten him. I held his gaze, sharp and unwavering. "You think it's just a touch," I replied, my voice slicing through the silence, "because no one has ever held you accountable. That ends tonight." The atmosphere tightened. Hannah's face had drained of color. She held my hand behind her back, a mixture of fear and faith. Mark tried to recover, forcing a shaky laugh, but I didn't allow him the chance. "Here, we respect boundaries," I said. "And if you forget that, everyone will see exactly who you truly are." A few co-workers exchanged uncomfortable glances, murmuring among themselves, feeling the shift from light-hearted party chatter to something unforgettable. Then I acted. I didn't shout. I didn't touch him in anger. I simply stepped closer, placing my hand firmly between his and Hannah's arm, removing him with controlled certainty, assertive, not violent. "Do it again," I murmured, "and HR complaints will be the least of your problems." The effect was immediate. His smirk shattered, and his confidence wobbled. While people lingered, I discreetly reached out to HR. Within the hour, the issue had already reached upper management. Mark tried to claim it was a misunderstanding, but video recordings, witness statements, and the stunned expressions around us made denial impossible. The once arrogant executive who thought he intimidated everyone was suddenly trapped. By the end of the week, his career was in shambles, suspended and under investigation. Hannah hadn't said a word during the confrontation. She only held my hand, leaning slightly closer, her eyes wide with relief. She knew the man who invaded her space had been stopped not through rage, but through calm, precise authority that left a lasting impression on everyone watching. Later that night, she whispered, "I've never seen anyone handle something like that before." What began as a cheerful social gathering ended in quiet conversations about courage, respect, and accountability. People who once overlooked me now watched with a new understanding. The office, previously lenient toward small displays of arrogance, suddenly recognized that boundaries were non-negotiable. Mark, once smug and untouchable, was exposed and disgraced in less than 15 minutes. His former admirers now avoided him, whispering warnings to each other. Hannah and I walked out together. No one stopped us. The murmurs faded behind us. The message was unmistakable: boundaries aren't optional. Violating them carries consequences. As we stepped into the calm night air, I felt her relief, her silent acknowledgement that I had protected her in a way no one else ever had. In the days that followed, Mark's suspension escalated into a full investigation, with rumors of his termination spreading rapidly. His once steady career now hung by a thread. Everyone who had witnessed the scene knew what really happened, and the office dynamic shifted immediately. Respect was no longer assumed, it had to be demonstrated. That night proved something deeper than embarrassment or anger. In a world filled with ego, true authority comes not from force, but from calm, unwavering, deliberate action. Hannah never questioned my presence again.